I'm not teaching, I am publicly learning. Hi, welcome to Learning from Life in UK test, part 657, while doing short-term pinch training. And if you participate in the short-term pinch training, in the second half of the video, it's at your own risk. And short-term pinchment, that is if the shoulders are too much in front and the biceps tendon is impinged. And we're training to get the shoulders back, but if you participate, that is at your own risk. Now, we're trying to do a video about all the battles named here. The first battle is the Battle of Hastings, 1066. Harold the Saxon king dies. It was William, Duke of Normandy, coming from France. Then he conquered England and he became William the Conqueror. He won. Harold died in the battle. It's already way too much. I just want to say the battle. We could say the battle tapestry, 70 meters long, where the battle is depicted in an embroidery. 1315, the Scottish led by Robert the Bruce defeated the English at the Battle of Bannockburn. And that was just a war, so nothing really written here. 1415, any court, King Henry's Fifth Army was vastly outnumbered, but won against the British, but the English nevertheless then left France in the 1450s. In 1485 was the Battle of Bosworth Field, that was the Wars of the Roses. There was the houses with the Rose, with the Red Rose, the House of Lancaster and the White Rose, the House of York fighting against each other, and in the battle King Henry III died, King Richard III died, and he was the leader of the House of York, and now Henry Tudor. Henry Tudor won with the House of Lancaster. He married the niece of King Richard III and united with it the House of Lancaster and the House of York. And from that moment on, the Tudors, both, whatever. The Tudors were reigning and then the Stuarts. That is already way too much, so we're going to see right now how much we're going to use. We're just going to start again if we mess up. Then it was Elizabeth I in 1588, reigning monarch, and she became more and more popular then after her army had won against the Spanish Armada in 1588. They had come to restore Catholicism in Britain. Elizabeth was Protestant. The next battle is when it must be 1645. 1646, the battles of Marston and of Nesby. That was Charles I, the Cavaliers against the Roundheads. And they had a dispute. The king wasn't able to come to an agreement with the parliament. And the king believed in the divine rights of gods, and the parliament was giving him the money necessary to stop a Scottish invasion. And now Civil War broke out, and that was when defeated at the battles of Nesby and Marston Moor, the Charles I, and he was in 1649 executed. So I didn't say that the whole video is about war and battles. And then the Scottish weren't happy with the execution, and they tried to make his son Charles II to the king. There were the battles in 1650 of Dunbar, in 1651 of Worcester. Charles was defeated again by Oliver Cromwell, again like his father, and he fled and famously hid in an oak. And around 40 years later, he lost it. First is the Battle of... Did I look this? The Battle of Killiecrankie happened earlier than the Battle of Boyne. And then there was a Glorious Revolution, and James II, he was a Catholic, but he was then made away. And now a Protestant king was ruling, William, together with that. But he had support for exiled James II. He had support in France and in Scotland. In Scotland, that was defeated in the Battle of Killiecrankie, 1689. And the support by the French army with which together he invaded Ireland was at the Battle of Boyne, 1690, defeated. When was another trial? The grandson of James II, born in Prince Charlie, in 1746, that uprising supported by the Scottish clans was defeated in the Battle of Culloden. The Scottish clan chieftains were degraded to landlords, and the clansmen became tenants. The next battle is the Battle of Trafalgar. 1805 was the war with French and Europe was a lot of war. And the Battle of Trafalgar, that was in the open sea, a sea battle, and the leading admiral was Nelson. He died, and he got a monument at Trafalgar Square in London, the big square in London, very famous square. And there was another battle with the Napoleonic French in 1815, the Battle of Waterloo. There was Napoleon defeated. Now information we don't have. That's one of the biggest battles of it. And the next battle was when actually Napoleon 1815. The next one mentioned here is there was the First World War. There was when battling the German Empire was attacking France, and France was battling against Germany, and Britain was supporting France. And in July 1916 there was then an attack at the Battle of Somme, a long battle with over 1 million people dying. And on the first day of the British attack in July 1916, just on the first day, 60,000 British casualties were recorded. And the next battle would be then the Battle of Britain. Then there was the Second World War in 1940. In the 1939 it started. In 1940 did the German airplanes attack Britain, and there was the Battle of Britain fought with the Royal Air Force and the Spitfires and Hurricanes against the attacking German planes, and Britain won. And that is the last mentioned battle here. 6 minutes in. We don't have time to do the whole video. That means we're going to look for the Commonwealth countries, our second and probably last video which we prepared. It was after the government thing, but before the criminal thing. Why is there a Commonwealth members? Okay, we want to find Rwanda, Samoa, and Seychelles. I found the Seychelles a couple of times already, but I haven't paid attention and I don't know where they are. Where are the Seychelles? They are north of Madagascar. There's Madagascar, there's Africa. There are the Seychelles. There was Mauritius. Mauritius is also part of the Commonwealth. Okay, the Seychelles, north of Madagascar or east of Africa. It could be too far below this, maybe. Okay, Seychelles and Rwanda. I don't know. And the other thing was something else. Not Mozambique. But Mozambique was a part of the Commonwealth. Let's look. Was it Mozambique? Mozambique was a part, and we are looking now for Samoa. I don't think we're going to find Samoa. I don't know. Okay, we're going to look both up in external sources, where Rwanda are and where Samoa are. Let's make fast what we have with Africa. Then we're going to do Indian Ocean as one part. Indian Ocean, we have in the Indian Ocean the Fiji, south of India, then India and Pakistan and Bangladesh, and then we're having Mozambique in a way, and Kenya was also part of the Commonwealth, and now Mauritius, and now it's the Seychelles. Okay, I'm going to look up where Rwanda are and Samoa. If you hear for Rwanda and Samoa, and our trying to make it as a presentation in a video, what we just learned about these 8-9 battles, you can go directly to the next video. We will do now the short and veteran training. If you participate in the short and veteran training, that is at the honest. Next one apart, and we're doing forward transfers. We're coming back, up, in front, and down. And again back, up, in front, and down. And last time. And now backwards in front, up, back, and down. And next exercise, we're having long arms, strong fists, we're going as far back as we can with shoulders, as high up as possible, as far in front as possible, down as far as possible, back, high up, and in the front, and down, and up backwards. High up, back, down, in front, high up, back, and down. Next exercise, the next wide apart, into the knees, hinge forward with a straight back, let the arms sink, and pinch the scapulas together with a lot of effort. The arms down, and shoulders. Next exercise. Not in the exercise, next round. Pinch again, scapulas together. Skip the half exercise. Now make fists, lift the arms up and pinch the scapulas together. the arms down and the scapulars. Next exercise, we're going into the knees, hinge forward, with the round back, lift the arms in, make fists, turn the arms to the inside, lift the arms up, bring them together, straight slowly up, and the shoulders down and together. The arms high up and together, shoulders down, together. Lift effort. Arms up and together, shoulders down and together. And release. Second round, into the knees, hinge forward with the round back, lift the arms in, make fists, turn the arms to the inside, lift the arms high up and bring them together, straight and slowly up, bring the shoulders down and together. Arms high up and together, shoulders down. And release. Next exercise. We're just lifting the arms up. And all we're doing is to observe what the scapulars are doing. If this exercise causes pain or any other one, then don't do it. And again down. And the last time. And the next exercise, something similar. Arms at the sides and the arms in front. And the scapulars should always follow the humerus. So the scapula should go down to the outside. And back together. Again to the outside. And back. Okay. Next exercise, world lifter. Long arms, strong fists. Bring the shoulders down, hands together, and now turn the arms to the inside. Arms to the outside, shoulders down and together. Arms to the inside, shoulders down and together. And last time training, arms to the outside, shoulders down and together. And release. Next exercise. Arms at the sides, hands from the fists, a bit in front. Bring the arms in front and the shoulders down and together. And change. Arms back and this time also the shoulders up and in front. And change. Arms in front, shoulders down and together. And change again. Arms back, shoulders up and in front. And release. Next exercise, pretzel cut. Arms together, bring them down and to the outside. And again, just observe what the scapulars are doing. And to the outside. And last time to the inside. And now the sundial. Have something, a tennis ball or a sock, with a long arm at the outside. Let it fall down and try to catch it again. Inserting in the Indian Ocean, Mauritius, the Seychelles, and the Maldives. And skip the next exercise? Yes, we skip one. We shrug the arms up, lift the shoulders high up, and bring all down again. And again, the arms up, shoulders high up. And down. Stretching the arm in front, the shoulder back, down, pull the arm in, have flat fingers, try to relax the arm, go back with the shoulder. Shoulders back and down, pull the arm in, have flat fingers, try to relax the arm, and go back with the shoulder. And the other arm. Shoulders back and down, pull the arm in, have flat fingers, try to relax the arm and go back with the shoulder. The shoulders back and down, pull the arm in, have flat fingers, try to relax the arm and go back with the shoulder. And that was the shoulder pension training. I thank you very much and until next time.